We got, I don't know if you noticed, but when you look down in the valley, there is a sizable gap between the intake manifold.
That ain't gonna run. You chose the wrong crowd to take this to. If you took this to a Chuck E. Cheese, you would have fooled everyone. This wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. This was Sema. Bad place to show off this. Bad place. Sema is in big trouble. They had a major problem this year, and that was there was an abundance of cars that came that did not run. I don't know if this is par for the course. This was my first year at SEMA. And you see some of these cars and you're like, oh my God, that guy actually did it. He did a twin turbo Lamborghini swap in a Miata. This dude is nuts. And then you walk up to the car and nothing is plugged in. Bluetooth fuel rail, Bluetooth wastegates, Bluetooth blow-off valves, Bluetooth injectors, Bluetooth turbos, Bluetooth everything. And to tie it all together, he was on reps. Not only that, but I saw someone pushing a DeLorean, and I was thinking, oh, they just don't want to start the car because maybe it's super loud or whatever. Pushing it. Turns out it was a Ferrari-swapped DeLorean. Once again, though, nothing hooked up. What is the point in bringing a car to the largest car show in the world if not to have it run? Why are you showing off your work if your work is a failure? Yeah, it might be a work in progress, but if that's the case, don't fucking bring it. I don't know if I'm alone in this aspect, but if it's not ready for SEMA, if you didn't make it in time, if you can't drive your car into the show, then don't bring it, in my opinion. Let's take a look at some of these SEMA cars and let's see if we can spot anything else that other people missed. My SEMA video will be out sometime this week, maybe during the weekend. There's a lot of footage to get through, but let's talk about these really quick. First up, let's talk about the notorious Miata. You don't know how excited I was to see this Miata. The night before I went to Vegas, I was telling my dad, dude, there's a guy, he twin turbo swapped a Lamborghini engine into a Miata, into the tiniest little car ever. It's gonna be insane. I was hyped to see this car, but let's take a look at what everyone else really quickly noticed.
All right, we got Bluetooth wastegate actuators.
Those are blow-off valves.
Both turbos. We got, I don't know if you noticed, but when you look down in the valley, there is a sizable gap between the intake manifold.
That ain't gonna run. That ain't gonna run ever. There is no chance the Lamborghini intake manifold. So if you guys don't know, I'm assuming you guys all know by now, this is pretty old news. News travels fast in the car industry. This guy has an LT, he claims it's an LT4, it's an LS or an LT, who cares? And he put a Lamborghini intake manifold on. And in different clips, he says it's a Lamborghini motor from a GT3 Huracan, and in some, he says it's an LT4. So maybe it's just his bad English, because he doesn't speak English very well. Regardless, though, this will never run. There is no shot this car will ever run, not based off of what I'm seeing right here.
And the head, and it's held on with one bolt. Nishimoto intercooler that would definitely cool a twin turbocharged
That's insane.
Lamborghini motor.
I mean, the motor doesn't matter for the intercooler to an extent. It's more of the turbo size is what matters. And he has two Chinese hair dryers as turbos. I mean, they are the tiniest, cheapest eBay special turbos ever. And then looking at the brakes, we got, of course, the JNC wheels with wood brakes. I was questioning while I was there if the brakes were even hooked up. I was like, I bet the brakes aren't even hooked up. The turbos weren't. You see the oil lines going straight to the floor. Hopefully, if I remember correctly, I filmed it on my camera. But it's just insane.
NRG seats. Innovation seats.
Nice. Very nice. You got a Lamborghini motor.
eBay taillights.
NRG seats.
Yeah. And a
Fake carbon fiber wing.
Tell your mother about. Throttle bodies. Bluetooth.
There's no harness. I mean, essentially, there's just literally no harness. I mean, like, we can go through this whole build, but the ironic thing is you're bringing this around some of the most enthusiast car guys out there. Like, you are bringing this vehicle around people who literally build cars for a living. And so to think that you can get away with showing a Bluetooth throttle body or wastegate or everything for that matter is insane. Like, you couldn't fool anyone. You could not fool anyone. You chose the wrong crowd to take this to. If you took this to a Chuck E. Cheese, you would have fooled everyone. This wasn't Chuck E. Cheese. This was SEMA. Bad place to show off this. Bad place. And to people down below saying, oh, well, at least he tried, at least he this, at least he that. he is way in over his head. He has no idea what he's talking about. I think I have an interview with him somewhere.
What car do you drive?
It's a 1992 Miata.
What engine's in this?
Use a Corvette LT4 V8 engine with the intake manifold from Lamborghini Gallardo GT3.
Dang, and there's twin turbos set up as well?
Yes, twin turbo.
And none of it's bolted up right now to run, right?
Yes. When I come back to Orlando, Florida, 1 week before here, I will put the dyno video with every information. And I expect 1800 horsepower.
1800?
No, 800.
He expects 800 horsepower out of the Chinese twin-turboed LT4 with an intake manifold that does not fit. I'm going to tell you right now, that LT4 is not getting to 800 horsepower. It's just not going to happen. There's 0% chance that car gets to 800 horsepower. Mishimoto intercooler, Lamborghini intake manifold. It's not going to flow very well. I'm going to let you know. You're missing 2 cylinders. It's not going to flow very well. Chinese turbos, stock LT4. It's not going to make the power. If it makes any power, it's going to top out at like 6 or 7, if that. And I don't even think it's going to make that. Realistically, looking at how this car is built, if you're throwing J and C wheels on a twin turbo car, you've got issues. You've got problems. Anyways, also at the show, there was this Tesla. And I mean, there were a lot of Teslas. But what makes this one so different? Let's find out.
Bluetooth turbo.
Oh, it's a Jay-Z swap, but nothing's hooked up once again. Let's just take a car and swap it into the vehicle and just not plug anything in. Oh yeah, great quality. Great quality right there. Look at that. Sema ready. Sema ready. Everything is just slapped together like dog shit. Once again, I understand that some cars are just not ready in time for Sema, and I get it. But if your car's not ready, why bring it? You are doing yourself a disservice in bringing that vehicle. You guys just saw that Tesla. If we rewind a little bit, look at the roof. Who cut this out with a butter knife? What is this? What material even is this? There's like roofing nails. What even is this? This wrap job is dog shit. I just wrapped my car by myself and my wrap job looks better than this. Hell, you know what? I didn't bring my Mustang because it wasn't complete. Maybe I should have brought it. It would have fit in more incomplete than it would have actually been. It blows my mind that people genuinely like waste their time bringing cars that don't run. Like, once again, nobody's going to look at this and want to talk to you. You're not going to get any business. Why? You're showing something that does not work. Let's take a look at that DeLorean, though. Let's take a look at what I thought was one of the coolest failures there.
All right, so we have DeLorean, killer interior, cars, dash, but here's where it gets good, Ferrari powered.
Nah, well, I wouldn't say Ferrari powered. I would say it's a good like Ferrari like stowing spot. You know, it's a good storage area for this Ferrari motor, but Bluetooth spark plugs and coil packs, yeah, it's not looking very Ferrari powered to me. Bluetooth exhaust, yeah, what else is Bluetooth? It looks like everything's pretty much Bluetooth underneath the hood. I'm not seeing a harness at all because, yeah, that's probably a bitch to do. And this is one of the cooler ones because at least it's actually a Ferrari motor. It's not a fake LT4. And most of the rest of the car is complete, but like, what's the point, you know, to show what it can be? I think the issue is with so many cars they're not running, they're all just starting to like piss people off. Like if it was just this car, I would understand. I'd be like, oh dude, yeah, it's a Ferrari swap. It makes sense why it's not running right now. The other guy had an LT4. People have been throwing LSs and LTs into everything since the beginning of time. A Ferrari swap is a little bit more understandable. Same with the Jay-Z guy. I threw a Jay-Z in a 2002 Mustang V6. Yeah, I'm sure you could figure it out in your Tesla, buddy. But then we got this guy. Like I said, this is a little bit more understandable. However, with the amount of non-running cars at SEMA this year, it just starts to, you know, just rub you the wrong way. Like, God, another one? Seriously. It didn't stop at cars, though. It contaminated SUVs as well.
When you give an artist metal fabrication tools. This is a Range Rover Velar being built by...
I mean, it looks nuts. It looks absolutely insane. I didn't see this car. No, I did. I walked past it, but I didn't bat an eye at it because it just looked like a crazy off-road vehicle, and I'm not super into that. It's cool, don't get me wrong. But, yeah, I mean, crazy metalwork, crazy fabrication, crazy suspension setup. But let's get to the bones and potatoes, the meat and potatoes right here. Oh, let's go. Yep, there we go. Look at this engine.
Have a twin turbo Lamborghini motor.
Another twin turbo
stuffed in the back of
Lamborghini.
this thing.
Huh.
Check that
Whoa,
out.
whoa, whoa, what was that? What was that? You see that, guys? You guys see that? Where we just throwing boost into the engine bay? We just Bluetooth charge pipes? What? Huh. Another twin turbo vehicle, twin turbo Lamborghini vehicle, not hooked up. Well, well, well. Come on, man. Jesus Christ.
Check that out.
What's the point in showing all this
Coming
cool
through-
fabrication if it's not working? There's no point. I know it's
This
going to
pillar
be
right here
working
is twin
eventually.
turbos.
One would hope. But there's also a chance that it's not going to be working. So what's the point in showing it off? Well, look what we could do. I mean, if we really wanted to, we probably could have got this project done. But, you know, Fortnite.
Your big exhaust right there. And I'm not going to close this. But
No, you're
I'll
not.
show you guys.
I'm guessing it's not your car.
Those are cutouts for the exhaust.
That's
so when
cool.
This thing is closed.
Yeah, you got a nice
the
little
tailgate
center exit.
functions all the way
Looks
down,
dope.
And then you have the outlets for the exhaust sticking out. through
It's a cool concept. A rear-wheel drive, twin-turbo Lamborghini engine in whatever this is, Range Rover, whatever it is, Porsche. I forgot what it was. It's a Range Rover, Land Rover, whatever. It's a cool concept. And again, this one is on the side more of the DeLorean, where it's understandable. Just the amount of work that went into this vehicle with all the metal work and everything. I mean, the suspension, all the cooling mods up front. I mean, look at this shit. This is insane.
A lot of
Absolutely
in-depth
insane.
videos on
I get it a little bit more on this one. But I think it's just the amount of cars at SEMA this year that were not running just rub people the wrong way. Every comment on one of these videos is, another SEMA car that's not fucking running. Any SEMA car should have to turn on. Any SEMA car should have to be able to park under its own power. And again, I understand this one probably took a lot more hours than something like that Miata that some dude just threw together with eBay parts. But I think that Miata was the first domino in why people are so upset at SEMA this year. I'm sure there were more cars at SEMA than the ones we covered right here that didn't run or run properly. I mean, the amount of Bluetooth drive shafts, you should have seen it walking through the truck lot. I didn't record all that this year. I think I might have walked through 1 or 2 truck areas, but I was there for the cars. Anyways, we'll see if any of this changes between now and next year. Hopefully, the cars in this video, they got a whole nother year to get them running. Hopefully, they get them running within the year. Anyways, let me know your thoughts down below. Should SEMA make it mandatory for the show cars to be running? Comment your thoughts, subscribe, and until next video, peace.